Hi fellas and ladies, have any of you guys ever had a friend or partner or girlfriend, especially you career guys, you posher guys, where this person just puts a foot in it, just absolutely embarrasses you everywhere you go? Well, such is my ex. She's half my age, and I mean, she's pretty cute in a lot of ways, still, but when we were a day out in Cole, a day of action, while we were there, she got very drunk, which I've not got a problem with. I was there to keep an eye on her. I was the designated driver, and she did send about 6 disgraceful texts to a fairly handsome married man I was talking to, like right there. Well, anyway, she was very drunk and helped her into the car, and she slept about 14 hours. No thoughts about it, but of course I didn't know. I knew something was going on, but I didn't know why this guy was so embarrassed. Kept on telling me to stop it. Won't mention the name. All you in Britain First know. It was at the Colne event in the Crown pub, beer garden. Subsequently, about a few days later, she's done similar things like this before. It's just to have a laugh, to be disrespectful to me or whoever. And but it came out what she was saying to this guy, and it wasn't very nice, as you can imagine. Sexually suggestive text. But the trouble being, you see, she always used to be very honest, and I was like a bit of a father figure, and we had kids together. But if she'd just come out and said, "You never guess what I did the other night." I was looking at that guy, and I was a bit jealous you were talking to him, and I sent these bloody stupid. If she just said, I would have said, "Oh no, you haven't." She's done similar things to this before, and I couldn't live with it because she's been a bit sly a few times in a relationship. But she has given me lovely kids, to her credit, willingly, happily, they were planned. So anyway, after this, of course, literally days after this, there was this Armed Services Day, and I don't think I'd mentioned it to her at this stage, because most guys I've spoke to would have actually said, "God, I want to smash their face in there and then," things like this. But she's a lot younger than me, and I've learned to put up with some things for the benefit of having a family. Put up with too much sometimes. But anyway, subsequently, we didn't have enough money to go to this event. Even one of us, let alone two. It works out about 100 odd quid each, including spends, whatever. And anyway, subsequently, I said on the Britain First Telegram group, which Andy Edge runs, good old Andy, good old dirty Uncle Andy, and I said, "Oh, we won't be going," and immediately, like a proper Nazi, he took the message off, didn't even query it. I thought, ooh, that's nasty, that's a bit controlling. And it turns out she really did want to go. There'd been rumours flying around, well, truths, about Britain First finance parties in hotels after willing participants. Callum went to one, Sammy and Andrew Edge, and this 19-year-old girl who has been booted out of Britain First for allegedly going into the room with 45-year-old, 46-year-old Andrew Edge. Got long story short, anyway, I wasn't happy at either of us going because of the financial situation. And if Paul Golding had the sense to really ring me or text me and say, "Hey David, I'd really like it," being an ex-Crusader man, being a Crusader man at the time, "Hey David, I'd really like to get her on film, she's got a nice face, she looks very young, how about it, and I'll send her the train fare," I would have said, "God, yeah, good on you, Paul." She loves London. She's only been to London once when she was 16. But subsequently, they all wangled it between them to get me out of the way for a day or two. They sent this woman £60 to pay her ex-criminal, armed robber, car thief, drugs using boyfriend, but it's brother, I should say, brother, to babysit. And obviously they've sent some other money. They sent about £55 to Callum for the train fare for all of them. But the whole thing, the whole essence of it is the fact that I don't trust Andy Edge. He has been accused of many, many sexual crimes, and she admitted later to Paul, I shouldn't really have gone against against my family's best interest, against, you know, it was against my own safety. She took it, our daughter with her, so she's relatively safe. But I mean, to be honest, you know, there's a few things I found out about where, you know, many lies. She didn't even had guys talking in the house, just friends who want to get into my pants. But anyway, cut a long story short, it split us up. It's destroyed what trust we had in the relationship. I feel like I'm going out with a bloody hooker of sorts. I think she did do the business in London, possibly. I can't prove it either way. She insists not. She said they came back the same day. But either way, it split us up anyway. And it's squarely down to Paul Golding and Andy Edge ringing my ex-partner up daily, virtually. I mean, a couple of times I walked into the room and she said, Andy Edge was just on the phone. I said, what's he ringing you for? I'm the crusader, man. I'm the gopher that picks all the leaflets up. She said, no. I said, he might be grooming you. I'd block him. But she didn't. She loved the attention. She always does. So it split us up. It's one of them. She was willing to give me every chance to continue it. And it's just in the back of my mind all the time. Perhaps she deceived you. She lied who these texts were from. She lied saying she'd got any texts. And they were from Paul Golding. Paul Golding himself, you know, with the gunmetal Land Rover. No wonder she was impressed. You know, I met this girl when she was 17. She's 29 now. But no wonder. I was talking to Jada Fanton about it, and she said, well, you ask any young girl, flatter them with attention, throw money at them, act powerful, like no Mark, Andy Edge does. Yeah, they're going to be impressed. They are going to be impressed. And, you know, they're going to feel obliged and indebted to you know, do favours for Andrew in return, especially the way he literally jumps on them. My vid stories, I might put it on the video. There's a girl who he did attack, and I think he bummed her and everything. And who knows, she might have a time of termination. So this is what can happen. I'm not saying that's what happened to my ex, but you know, this is why you guys need to really beware. As Jada Fanton said to me on the phone just a few days ago, quote, these are very bad people. They're not trustworthy. Yeah, because when Paul Golding and Jada Fanton started Britain First, it was her that financed everything. He had nothing at all. And he's empowered himself with all the bank accounts, everything. He cut her wages off, just left her high and dry to face those bullshit charges and do 9 months in jail. Nice to see you, George. As Callum said, you're the bloody idiot that dreamt up the idea of getting more women in. Look what it's done. Yeah, cost me my own relationship, and dishonoured my whole family and my whole ex. But she doesn't care much about honour, obviously. She's from a poor background, so I'm not blaming her entirely. So be wary of Paul Golding and Britain First and Andy Edge, because they do literally buy activists, either to groom or just to appear on camera if they've got a nice pretty face like my ex. Okay, see ya, bye bye.